What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this video, I want to talk about whether you should trade solo or whether you should kind of get a group of people and learn together. I'm going to be giving pros and cons for both, and I'm going to relate this with any strategy, not just IPG straps, which is obviously my main model. And hopefully this gives you good insight because it really depends on what type of person you are. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, to start off with my answer, whether you should trade solo, whether you should trade with a peer people, honestly, depends on the type of person you are. If you know you mess around, you're not going to learn properly with a group of people, then that's your personality. But if you tend to, in school, like if you were always cooperative, you were really good with the group projects, you're really good with the working people, then chances are you're going to want a group of people to trade with. Okay, let me just give you an example. So the other day, I have new friends I've kind of made online, right? And they all kind of have their own group chat. And a play like this, my inversion model, it's obviously pretty good. Watch my other YouTube videos if you want to learn it. But there's a nice like 1-on-1 R play, and they're all in a group chat, and like they've all learned from me. So like they immediately know like it's a good setup, and they're in a voice call together. They're like, oh, it's a good setup. And this is where the first pro comes in. When they see stuff like this, they're like, yeah, I'm taking this, whatever, I'm taking that funded. And what happens is they're keeping themselves accountable. Okay. And this is super, super, super important. The biggest pro of having peers or a good friend group to trade with is you're going to keep each other accountable. So like I know there's people watching this video who probably trade with other people, and they see this inversion, they're calling out in their group chat like, oh my God, I'm taking this. Maybe you're playing a game of Fortnite and all of a sudden you see this and you're going to call it out. It keeps you accountable. You're not going to do dumb stuff. And if you do, you got to tell them. All right. But that's only like, and that's only if you will not listen to what they say. Now, let me get into that next. If you're the type of person who, let's say you don't think it's that good of a setup. Let's say you see this candle close, you're like, it's not a really good candle close, I'm not going to take it. But everyone else is taking it. And you're like, oh, everyone else is taking it, I got to take it. If you generally give in to them taking a setup, even though it doesn't look good to you, that is where I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't think a group is for you. Like, you really, really have to overcome. Like, I don't care if ICT, I don't care if 99 other people in your friend group are taking a setup. You have to understand that, like, that you need to like to set up yourself. If you all like to set up, that's one thing. If 4 people like to set up and the 5th person doesn't, that's another thing. The 5th person should not be taking that setup. Okay, they should not be taking it. Okay, and that's like a big thing. So like if you're going to bond with people but you also let their decisions influence you, maybe join the voice call after. Maybe talk to them after, trade on your own. You only need 2 hours in the morning to trade, and that's like something that's a big thing that you guys should think about. The amount of traders I've seen miss out on winning plays because their friend said they didn't like it and they're listening to them and they liked it and it worked is insane. The amount of people I've seen take losing plays even though they didn't like it but their friend likes it is also insane. You just got to realize what type of person are you. Now, here's what you could do. What you could do is if you do have a friend group or you meet people through Discord or whatever, you could try it for a month, I'll give like a month or two. See if you're more profitable, less profitable, and then try trading your own. I'm sure you tried trading your own first, and then maybe compare those results to, okay, I'm going to find a friend group of people to trade with. I'm going to get in a voice call with people during the day, and I'm going to trade with them. And you have to understand, like, you have to be thinking, okay, are they influencing my decisions? Am I liking the trade just because of me? Maybe they like the same thing. Or am I liking the trade because they like it, which is not a good sign. So I would do that. I would compare the results for like a month and then trade alone for a month and compare the results. And that's where you're really going to find out, like, okay, can I trade without them? But also, can I trade with them? And what I mean by that is, if they're on vacation, can I still trade by myself? Do I need them to trade? And the answer should be no. You should all be looking for your own setup. And here's the one thing I tell people. If you're truly trading the right strategy from a right mentor, like, again, you could be trading my FxReplay strategy, you guys should necessarily see the same trade and all like it, if that makes sense. If 2 people like it and 2 people don't, it's probably not a good trade, because a light bulb trade, I promise you, like, you'll truly, all 4 of you or all 5 of you, how many people in a friend group will all truly notice it and you'll all call it out. There's going to be no hesitation. There's going to be no dancing of price. There's going to be no dancing of opinions. You're going to see it and like it and call it out. So that's like the biggest thing. So this is going to be a shorter video, but to summarize, it's like are you still taking the trade because you like it, or are you taking the trade because your friends like it? If the answer is because you like it and maybe your friends also like it, then I would say, okay, group chat is good. It might be good for bonding. It might be good for accountability, and if you are taking trades because they like it and you don't like it, but you're still forcing it, then I don't think a group is for you. So kind of compare and contrast results for a couple months, see if you like it. For me personally, I found trading with a lot of people does help me a lot because it, one, keeps me accountable. And obviously I trade live every day in front of 500 people, so I got to be accountable. I can't do dumb stuff on stream, stuff like that. And two, it makes me a better trader because I'm really careful on what I take and what I don't take, and what I'm taking an eval versus live account, etc. So it's a big thing you have to understand when you're in this journey to profitability, and it's a big thing you're going to want to determine before you actually make it in your journey, okay? Because you need to be able to depend on yourself, but maybe if another trader friend likes it, it might be more fun to trade with them, but you still have to be taking steps for yourself because you're not always going to have a trading friend every day. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the replies, like, do you guys have friend groups you trade with? Do you have friends you trade with? Or do you just get on, you just wake up, sit at your computer and trade alone for 2 hours? Let me know in replies, and let me know like what you think the pros and cons are, if it messes you up, if you do well doing it, if you're more profitable, if you're less profitable doing it, if you're more profitable trading alone or with friends. Let me know in comments. Like, I will reply to some of the comments. I actually am very curious, and I know a lot of friend groups who trade together now that actually met me through each other. So that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to comment because I'm curious, and that's gonna be it for now. Peace. And here are just some examples of a bunch of testimonials, a bunch of profits, and just a bunch of successful students where they put in the work and they become profitable. And, all these guys are living the life that they want to live. So with that being said, here's just some examples. And if you are interested, I do upload on YouTube for free, but I did just start a one-on-one mentorship where it's very private, very personalized. It's got a lower acceptance rate than Harvard. I have denied a lot of people. But there's only, I think, 16 or 15 spots left at the moment. And my favorite part of the mentorship, which you can apply at the link below, by the way, is an accountability program. So basically what I did is I created this accountability journal, okay? And I put 4 students in a group, and I basically had them meet once a week where they are going to be accountable for their actions, show their P&L, and just overall make sure that they have partners to keep them in check. I also have a ton of quizzes and exams throughout a bunch of coursework, but that's pretty basic, even though a lot of other mentors don't do the quizzes and exams. And overall, I just get a call a lot, give some people my phone number if you really need it, and I'm very accessible, and I do 2 classes a week. So if you're interested, it's totally free to book a call. Just click the link in the description, and I hope I can see some of you. And for the ones who get denied, just remember, my YouTube is free. Okay, you don't need to pay me to become profitable. This is very private, and I'm uploading videos for free for a reason. I don't want your money. Okay, but this is for people who are going to be dedicated, work extra hard, and people that I want to spend my time teaching who won't waste my time, that I know has a strong chance of becoming profitable. That's it for this video. Don't forget to use code DODGY for an Apex account, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.